We are on a journey to complete self-actualization. And our guide on this journey currently is a book called Bnei Machshava Tova. Owners of healthy thinking, or a society of positive mindfulness. However you want to translate it, what we're trying to do is we're trying to be conscious human beings. Conscious human beings. That's all we're trying to do. And so far we've said we're going to start with the goal in the mind. With our goal in mind, our goal is God consciousness. That's it. There's nothing else. That's what we're trying to do. Now, should you have a job? Yes, but God conscious whilst you're in your job. Should you have a family? Yes, but God conscious. Should you go to the gym? Yes, God conscious. Should you go traveling and see God's beautiful world? Yes, God conscious there. Everything God conscious. Should you sit and have a beer with your friends and speak to your friends on a Thursday night after a hard week of learning? 100%. But what are you speaking about? You're having a beer, you're relaxing, but you're speaking about, I learned an amazing Rashi. I did this amazing. Oh, did you hear this beautiful idea? You're not speaking about stuff. You're speaking about meaningful things. So we said that spirituality isn't a kind of idea that is a part of your life. Spirituality is a way of being. Everything I'm doing. In everything you do, you should be conscious and aware of Hashem. Not only that, we've been building up a vocabulary. A very important vocabulary. You have to know what the words are. So we've done the word tam. Tam means pure and sincere. We've done the word shalem, which means perfect and whole. Yesterday we did the word ratzon. We keep doing the word ratzon, but it means a drive, your drive. And yesterday we did the word das. Dat means awareness. So we're building up an awareness and a drive and a motivation and a goal, and it's good. How many people are living with a conscious goal and are moving towards it consciously and joyfully? Very few people. Most people are just getting through life. We're not one of those people. We are Bnei Machshava Tova, owners of healthy being. So he said, we must know, שנדע, שלא די לנו להיות רק כעבד בן שפחה, שעובד גם כן למלך, רק שעבודתו היא אחר החיים, הרחק מן המלך. We've said that what we want to do is, we want to be in the team. I just want to be on the team. Anyone played sport? I just want to be in the team. Do you know when you play sport, it's actually really horrible, but you get picked or not. You got the captain, and then he picks, and then he gets 2 picks, and then and you're the last guy, and they're like, all right, I'll have him. Baruch Hashem, I was the captain. I'm telling you, in England, that's make or break for your life. Make or break. How good you are at football, that's your life. That's it. If you're good at football, you're okay. Your life is okay. If you're not, it's very difficult, challenging. Then you have to be one of the Dungeons and Dragons people. They're cool in their own way. Different type of people. Okay? So there we go. I want to be on the team. Now sometimes, even though I was a captain, not even going to tell you. Anyway, sometimes you have to be a substitute. You hate being a substitute. I don't want to sit. Who wants to sit on the bench? It's so annoying. I'd almost rather just not be in the team than be kind of in the team but on the bench. I want to be in the team. I want to serve the team. I want to play for the school. I want to represent us. So that's what a Jew wants to do. I want to be in God's palace. I want to be in the palace. I want to be serving in the palace. I want to be part of the entourage. There's the king. I'm into the king. I believe in what the king believes in. Why? Because the king believes in me. So I believe in what the king believes in. So I want to be in the palace. But לא די לנו להיות רק כעבד בן שפחה שעובד גם כן למלך רק שעבודתו אחר החיים הרחק מן המלך. But we don't want to be in the palace, but we're serving kind of in the stables. We're just the son of one of the maidservants. There's a maidservant in the palace, and we're the maidservant's son, and we're working literally behind the mill, far from the king. So in a way, there's still some beauty to that, because at least I'm serving the king. And if you are the maidservant's son, serving behind the mill, you could still be thinking to yourself, well, at least I'm serving. I'm here. And I'm grateful. And that would be a positive attitude. But you don't want to be that guy, far from the king, in the palace. It's not good enough. Et devarav eino shomea. You never hear the king speaking. You never see the king's face. So you are working for the king, but you never hear the king, you never see the king. You have no relationship with the king. It's still very good that you're serving the king, but chava. Eino nehene. Shomea. Umiziv eino nehene. Umitnaeg. And you mit'aneg. You never enjoy the king's presence. You're serving the king, but you never enjoy the king's presence. You never hear the king. You're just putting on your tefillin and you're saying brachas, but there's no relationship with the king. That's sad. You don't want to be one. I'm serving. I'm a very good Jewish person. I tick all the boxes. I get up early. I wash my hands. I say the brachas. I daven. Someone once said to a yeshiva guy, how's your relationship with Hashem? And he said, my relationship with Hashem? What do you mean? I get up in the morning early and I daven shachris, I pray the morning prayer. And I have breakfast and I say my brachas and I learn Torah all morning. And then after the whole morning seder, I eat lunch and I say the brachas and then I daven mincha. And then I got afternoon seder and I'm learning Torah all afternoon. And then I'm praying Mariv. And then I got evening seder. When do I have time for Hashem? Sad. Funny but sad. Funny but sad. That's some people's relationship. I'm just so busy with Yiddishkeit. I'm so busy in Judaism that I've missed the whole point of it. So you can be doing every prayer, every blessing, every Torah, every mitzvah and completely miss the point of life. Why? Because you're like the maid's son who's working behind the mill and you're doing it, but you're not getting it. And we never enjoy the purpose. What's the purpose of mitzvahs? To create an emotionally intimate, palpable relationship with Hashem. What's the point of mincha? To create an emotionally intimate, personal, palpable relationship with Hashem. What's the purpose of brachas? To create an emotionally intimate, personal, palpable relationship with Hashem. What's the purpose of mezuzahs? To create an emotionally intimate, personal, palpable relationship with Hashem. What's the purpose of improving your character traits? To create an emotionally intimate, personal, palpable relationship with Hashem. What's the purpose of eating matzah on Pesach?
To create an emotional connection with Hashem.
An emotionally intimate, personal, palpable, emotional relationship to Hashem. Because that's the purpose. If we're doing that, but we're not doing that, what's the purpose of telling my wife how much I love her and how beautiful she looks, and asking her, what do you need? How do you feel? What can I do for you? To create an emotionally intimate, personal, palpable relationship with my wife. What's the purpose of buying my wife gifts? To create an emotionally intimate, personal, palpable relationship with my wife. What's palpable means you can feel it. Palpable is, it's actually, you can feel it. It's not intellectual, it's not an idea. It's a reality that you feel. My rabbi, pardon? Tangible. I like that.
Yeah.
So my rabbi gives a beautiful mashal, a metaphor. Raphael's getting married tonight. Raphael's wedding tonight. Now, he's not in yeshiva because he's in the mikveh and doing tshuva all day. He's in the forest screaming out, but we're all in yeshiva. Who knows that it's his wedding tonight? Him or us?
Both.
We both know that. But we know it in a very different way. For us, it's his wedding tonight, we're going to learn all day, and we're excited. And what time does the bus leave? The bus leaves at 6 o'clock, but we're going to steig, we're going to learn and grow and everything. And then tonight is his wedding. For him, it's his whole reality. He's living, it's his wedding day. We all know it's his wedding day, but he knows it palpably. It's his whole experience of life is my wedding day. For us, it's his wedding day, which is very nice, and we'll go there and we'll dance, and it'll be beautiful. But it's very different. How about this? Someone wins the lottery. We all know who won the lottery. But for the guy who won the lottery and the guy who, they both know, the guy who Bob won the lottery, I know Bob won the lottery. So Bob knows he won the lottery, and I know Bob won the lottery. We know it in very different ways. For him, that's become his reality. Maybe palpable, tangible means it's an experienced reality. The experienced reality of the fact that there's an infinite, conscious, divine, loving, joyful, connected, infinite consciousness. This room is saturated with it. So we want to be that guy, and how do we define it here? We don't ever enjoy it. Avoda she b'skira zamach. Going back to this guy, the son of the maidservants, it's an avoda with closed-mindedness. It's not creating expanded consciousness. It's just I'm doing what I'm doing. V'timtum alev. Timtum alev means a dulling of the heart. A dulling of the heart's ability to perceive holiness. The main thing that our sages teach cause timtum alev is not kosher food. What's the problem with not kosher food? You eat not kosher food, you're not a bad person, you don't know any better. But what it's doing is it's clogging up your spiritual arteries, basically. So it's making it, it's called timtum alev. Your lev becomes, I don't know the exact translation of timtum, but that's what it means. An insulation of materialism and yes.
As far as the definition of timtum, weren't Avram Avinu and Sarah both described as being timtums in terms of their gender?
That's a whole different thing.
Okay.
Different word, but I haven't heard that. It'd be very interesting to learn about. But no, timtum alev is a completely different concept. Fine. V'retzainenu, and it is our drive. Ooh, here's your new word for today. You ready? You're going to love this. Yes. I'm just going to say a word to you. It's going to completely change your life. Chukatenu. Chuka. Taf Shin Vav Kuf Hey. Chuka. What does chuka mean? It means yearning. It's different from ratzon. Ratzon is a drive. This is my drive. I have a ratzon. I want to go there. Chuka is more like I just want to see the king. It's less driven, but it's more expansively, emotionally like I'm yearning. Who is it? If it's not my wife, I'm not answering. Who is it? What are you yearning for? You're yearning for your wife.
What's the name? The word?
The word is chuka. Taf Shin Vav Kuf Hey.
Is it like the feeling you get after lunch and I'm like, I need to go do mincha and type down my that's gonna explode?
I'm not sure if it's ratzon or chuka, but chuka is more of a expansive, like la is so filled with. There's a difference. Our sages teach us very important. There's a difference between having a broken heart and being depressed. Broken heart is actually seen by our sages as a high level because there's a yearning in it and there's a sweetness in it. Not the kind of broken heart that you got when you were 16 with that girl. That's just painful. But there's the object of my love seems far at the moment and I just want to reconnect. So there's hope. Broken heart, in this sense of broken heart, shvirat halev, there's a kind of yearning, a hope, a sweetness, a calling, a yearning. Yes.
Is it like knowing like you're not complete?
Yes, I don't feel complete and I just need it. Whereas ratzon is, this is just like, I'm almost helpless in a way. I'm helpless and I'm just like, Chukatan, Heim liot bechinas ben. We don't want to be the son of a maidservant, we want to be a ben. What's a ben? A son. I don't know if you've ever met me and Binyamin together. You can't imagine the love. You'll know. You will know when you have a child. It's a love that you can't. I just look at Binyamin. There are no words for the love I feel for Binyamin. He's just such a, just love him, and he loves me back. It's so good. We just love each other. He comes downstairs, we hug, and then we play football together, and then we do martial art. We wrestle together, and then we learn Torah together. Healthy father, healthy son. It's so good. So what we want to do is, as it says in the Torah, Banim atem l'Hashem Elokeichem. You are Hashem's children. And there are many things you can learn from this pasuk. Banim atem l'Hashem Elokeichem. Remember this pasuk, this verse, for the rest of your life. Banim atem l'Hashem Elokeichem. You are the children of Hashem. You are Hashem's beloved Binyamin son. That's who you are. Now, what's the main thing when it comes to a father's love for his son? Unconditional. If Binyamin does something wrong, do I now not love him? No. Binyamin ends up in prison, God forbid, do I now not love him? No. He'll be in trouble, but I'll go and visit him, and I'll sit with him, and I'll cry with him, and I'll bring him food, and I'll like, in a way I'd love him more. Don't. Your father said he'd love you more if you end up with him. No, you'd love him more, because you're just like, my son. So you don't want to be the son of a maid servant, you want to be a son. And what is the son? The son sits next to the father. He's not behind the millstone. The son's always, and whenever he wants, he goes in. The servant's son, he can't go in and see the king, ever. Maybe he'd have to book a meeting and go through security. The son just walks in. Hello. Shimshon had a bad dream the other night. Came into my bed, 5 years old. He's like, I had this little big teddy bear. And he's like, oh, you can't come into my bedroom in the middle of the night and cuddle me. I'll kill you. But Shimshon can, because why? He's my son. I love him. Love him. By the way, if you've got a problem, you can sign up for a one-on-one, and I'll talk to you. And I do love you, and I care about you. I want to guide you and support you very much. You're not walking into my bedroom in the middle of the night. But Shimshon, and you know what? Not only that, but I like it. I want him to. It's not like Shimshon feels always and sometimes in the morning I make a joke. I say, Shimshon, do you think it's okay just coming into your Abba's bed in the middle of the night? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, it is. It is, Shimshon. Don't do too much though. Shimshon, sweet little face, Shimshon. Binyamin. Va'avodatenu, gotta watch the time. You know what? We've done a whole sentence today. We've been speeding today. Banim atem laHashem Elokeichem. You are children to the Lord your God. Not that Hashem should be translated as the Lord. I sometimes kind of almost jokingly call Hashem the Lord. Bless the good Lord. And I spoke at a wedding once, at the Sheva Brachas of a wedding, and it was one of my students. His parents were divorced, and his father had remarried a very Christian woman. Lovely woman, and we welcomed her very much, and I gave this whole talk, and I said, and the Lord, she came up to me after the talk, and she goes, Rabbi, when you said the Lord, were you referring to Jesus? And I said, well, I wasn't. I was referring to Hashem. She said, okay, I just wanted to check that. I said, okay, thank you. How are you enjoying the wedding? But the Hashem means mountain. Avodatenu laHashem hein b'Torah u'b'tefila v'hein b'shar hamitzvot nargish et hitkarvutenu laHashem. And therefore our work, what's the real work, is when we are learning Torah, and when we are praying, and when we're doing all the other mitzvahs, that we feel close to Hashem. Do you feel, when you say Shema, did you say the Shema this morning? Did you feel close to Hashem? Did you feel, under a chuppah at a wedding last night, I just could feel Hashem's just very like there. You can really feel the palpable holiness of this moment. It's amazing. So if you do Torah and your mitzvahs and your prayer, but there's no, I feel that Hashem's really here. I feel close. I feel intimately close. By the way, there are two types of closeness. There's I feel an intimate love, care, respect, closeness. But I also feel literally a palpable, Hashem's really here. Hashem's here. So that's the work we want to do. Like a son who's sitting next to his Abba on the throne. You know what, if I'm sitting in shul, and it's coming up to Mincha, and then some guy comes and sits in the seat right next to me, I'm like, I love you, I love Jews, I'm glad you're praying, but it's a bit, I need my space. But Binyamin comes and sits in the seat next to me, I'm like, come closer, man, come, you still, Shimshon comes sometimes, come and let me sit on my lap in shul, I'm saying Shema, and he's like, Shema, I got my shtender, and Shimshon's on my lap, I love that. But some random, even you, I love you guys, give me a bit of space. I don't want you sitting right next to me in shul. Binyamin sits next to me in shul, I'm like, that's the greatest thing ever. That's what we're trying, that's what we're yearning for, that's the goal. And if, without that, there's nothing really. Be'ez Hashem.